Happy Friday, YouTube. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Me and my good friend Gabriel Bow are here, on a Friday doing a little mastermind and mainly just kind of going over this week's production numbers and helping Gabriel's new teammates, partners, friends, start on the telephones. And it's exciting. And part of our training with new agents is training them literally how to pick up the phone. We understand that the first few seconds of a phone call are very important, but if you're doing an outbound phone call, you can't use an inbound script and vice versa. So what we do is we train our agents on two main scripts that they must memorize before they engage in a presentation. And the first one is the obvious one, the live transfer inbound script. And for example purposes, Gabriel, what does that inbound script sounds like?
Good morning. This is Gabriel in the Final Expense Online Department. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Simple as that. And that is for every inbound call that we receive as well as our agent partners receive. And then it just bridges them to a presentation by immediately getting into qualification questions. But let's talk about outbound dialing. That's what this call here today with Gabriel is about, with our agents are about. And that is that we really do focus on doing outbound, even though we talk about inbound all the time and live transfers. But why is outbound so important? Well, this is the main reason why. If we train you, we show you how to make a presentation, we show you how to close applications, and we're sending you 10 calls a day. Well, we're saying that we guarantee a 20% conversion ratio, meaning that 20% of the time you're going to convert an application that's submitted with the banking coordinates and everything that the carrier needs to bind the policy. We stand behind a 20% guarantee, and we've been doing this for years. Now, if you're taking 10 calls a day and you're doing 20%, well, that's two applications, right? What happens to those other 8 leads that you talk to as well? Because one of the things about our lead quality and our transfer system, and Gabriel would agree to this, is it perfect? No, but the level of quality of the lead is really high, meaning these people want to talk to you about a quote over the phone over the next few minutes. But even then, we understand a big percentage of people are not going to buy today. So what happens to those leads? If you're watching this YouTube channel here today, what happens to those people that you called the first time, they didn't pick up, or maybe you spoke to, but they weren't very interested? Do you just give up on them? Or do you really have a structured way of following up? If you don't have a systematic way, I encourage you to do so, because it's going to help your pocketbook. You're going to reduce your lead cost as the months go by, because it's all about activity. And with that said, Gabriel has been he's had several moments over the course of the last 90 days that he transitioned to Final Expense, where he told me personally that he loved making outbound calls. His own personal reasons for that, but it just goes to show that he has success with those. Again, if we're only closing 20% of the calls that we get, a big percentage of those calls that we didn't close, there's still opportunity there, and you don't want to give up on them. What type of objections are you encountering? Can't afford it. Got to talk it over with my spouse, right, Gabriel? Those are very common.
All right, those are the most common objections.
But in most of the cases, ladies and gentlemen, they're just smokescreen objections. And as much as we do our best to try to close them out today, we're not going to push our clients to buy. We're not going to lie to them to buy something they don't need. We're just going to follow up with them. And the money is in the follow-up. This week, My production's been about 3,800 in AP. Gabriel, what's your production this week in annualized premium?
I'm over $6,000 in premium this week, and I've been relocating my family from Orlando to Tennessee in the process.
Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, Gabriel, for the last 6 months, has been working from South America in Medellin, Colombia. So he hasn't missed a beat. He's traveling, he's visiting with family, helping his grandparents move. He still wrote over $6,000 in AP, and it's barely 10:30 a.m. here in NorCal. You still got the rest of the day to put it down. That's the beauty of virtual sales. But I could guarantee Gabriel that some of that business came from some outbound this week, right? Some follow-up, correct?
Yeah, that's the name of the game is follow up. The way I look at it, it's like panning for gold, and these people are just waiting to be called on at the right moment. Think about this. Sometimes even when you've inquired for information, you get a call, but that not may get the call at the wrong time, but you're so interested. So it's like panning for gold. I love outbounds,
That's
especially
right.
with the training that we get and the support.
Can you share with everybody your outbound script, please? And also, if you have a recording of
Yeah,
one of your sales this week that came from an outbound, that'd be cool, just so they can
perfect.
hear it.
Yeah, we'll share a small portion of it for them to
Because
see.
again, a lot of agents that are buying leads, they call it one time and they don't call again. They give up, or they buy into maybe their initial objections and they don't follow up, and they're losing out. They're losing out to people like me and you, bro.
Or they're not finding the true objection or getting clarifying, isolating, and overcoming how we do in our playbook. So let
That's
me go ahead and
right.
play this for you guys.
Very good. So again, my name is Gabriel, and is it Ida or Ida?
Hello.
Hello, Ida.
Yes.
How are you doing? My name is Gabriel from your funeral insurance benefits program. Calling you back regarding the state-approved plans designed for low-income seniors. I noticed two things on your file as I was getting ready to close it out here. Number one, you did give us permission to call you back, and number two is we never got you qualified the last time we spoke. I do show your last name as Glover.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And were you looking for
Huh?
were you looking for the quote for yourself or for a loved one?
Oh, what loved one?
Were you looking for the quote for yourself or for a loved one?
Oh, talking about the policy that I was gonna give it to.
Well, yeah, was the quote for you or for
We're
someone?
good. Excellent. So there you go. That right there is your outbound introduction script. Can you read that introduction script to everybody if they want to write it down? You want to go ahead and read it
Okay.
off your script, or repeat it to everybody so they can hear it, textbook?
Yeah, and this is 20 years of experience in the making, you know. So it goes like this. Hi, Robert.
Yeah.
This is Gabriel calling you back regarding the final expense insurance plans designed for low-income seniors. I noticed two things on your file as I was getting ready to close it out now. One, you did give us legal permission to call you back. And secondly, we never got you qualified. So I do show your last name as Johnson, correct?
That's correct.
And were you
Simple as
looking
that, guys. Simple as that. You go right into engaging them and qualifying them when you're doing outbound. But a lot of you guys aren't doing it. Any lead after 48 hours, we consider it old around here. But it doesn't mean that there's no value there. How do you follow up with them? Well, one of the things we teach our agents, voicemail, text message, a video message, or even a picture message. You can do a nice little picture message with the carrier that you maybe pitched. All of those little methods work. Some agents tell me, well, I don't want to be invasive, or I don't want to call too many times because they're going to be upset. Well, look at what happens is the opposite. that lead that you presented to that agreed for you to follow up with them within 24 hours, and let's say you follow up with them and they don't pick up the phone or don't respond, and you keep following up with them, eventually they're going to pick up the phone. And what's going to happen? They're going to be like, ah, yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't pick up. They saw your text message. They saw your voicemail. But guess what? They didn't want to talk to you at that point in time. But when they do pick up, that level of conversation is going to be either never call me again, or it's going to be positive. You have to have a thick skin if you're going to be in sales. And that's the only way to get it done is activity, and also making sure that you're following up on the leads that you don't close. Again, let's look at your numbers. If you buy 100 leads, you're not going to close 100. Let's face it. If you're fully trained with our program, we guarantee you're going to do 20%. So if out of 100 leads, we're going to get 20 apps. That pays the bills and it puts a little money in our pocket. But there's still a big number of leads that are not closed in that first round. So if you're watching this, I encourage you to set up a follow-up strategy on all those old leads that you don't have, but do it compliantly. If it's over 90 days old, make sure that you're running it through the DNC, because what will happen if you get a DNC violation? That's $43,000 per violation, and you definitely do not want that to happen. So with that said, to all my friends on YouTube watching this, thank you very much. I hope this helped you guys. You know, this is Gabriel Bow. You know, he
Checking
loves
out
doing
from
outbound,
Chattanooga.
and he has access. Yeah, and he has access to live inbound calls, as many as he wants all day long. But during the day, as he's taking live inbound calls, guess what? He's doing the outbound. So with that said, guys, you guys enjoy your weekend, and see you guys at top. Peace.